Hey coaches and athletes, my name is Michael Hughes, functional movement specialist and founder of Gymnazo EDU. I typically talk a lot about movement on this channel, but as more and more of our MDM students are looking to build their own facilities, I wanted to switch it up a little bit today and share a bit about the struggles and lessons that I've learned from building my own fitness facilities. Now, before I dive into that, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for new perspectives on movement training, the fitness industry in whole, and how to integrate your movement education with effective and efficient business practices. I really appreciate your support as we're trying to put all of what we have into this channel to share and reach as many movement practitioners as possible. Now, someone who's been training for the past 15 plus years, I've spent the last decade building a 7-figure fitness facility, and I've learned countless lessons, no question, that I really can't possibly fit into one video. So I want to narrow it down to like an essential 3 that I think you should definitely know before starting your fitness business and building your own facility. We can go into more videos later on the things that you find the most interesting or gaps that you would like us to fill on our perspectives and our lessons. So let's dive right into this. And here's the first one, and it's the most critical one, and one I could probably talk on for at least an hour, so I'm going to do my best to keep it concise, is you have to have a clear vision of your dream, of what you want to build, of what you want to establish, of what you want to offer to the athletes of today so they can be amazing movement bodies tomorrow. And then you have to have an absolute resilience to make that happen. You have to be steadfast that that is what you're going to do. And I mean this with the most purest of heart, is that you're going to get people saying, no, you won't do that. You can't. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't go start up a fitness facility. Like, are you going to make money? Like, are you going to just give your life away? You know, like, you're never going to take a vacation. Like, all these things that people who have never started a business, never done that, will say there's so many roadblocks in front of you. And that's all true. But when you want to create something, and you want to offer the world something that's not currently being offered from your perspective, you have to say to yourself, I'm going to do it, and there's nothing that's going to stop me. Quick little story for you. I remember starting out in this town of San Luis Obispo. I was only supposed to live here for a few months, really, because I was going to transition off to grad school. Here I am, 15 plus years later. And I went in to get a job as a personal trainer. I knew I wanted to kind of keep my money-making potential coming in as I was going to go to physical therapy school. And I remember walking to the kind of the big box gym here in town, and I said, hey, I would like a job as a trainer. I was just a trainer in college. You know, I'm all certified. I'm ready to go. And they said, great. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here, but we're full. We're not taking on any more trainers to train our members. And I remember kind of feeling that resistance, but I knew what I wanted to do. I knew that I still wanted to train and condition for a short period of time. It's a very short vision. And I didn't take no for an answer. I said, well, what if I just stand in the lobby and pass out business cards and build a free offering? Then if they say, yes to long-term training, then I can now actually get paid for that in your facility. And they looked at me with kind of this face like, you would really do that? You'd really work for free until you got someone to pay you? I'm like, yes, of course I would. To me, it was a no-brainer. It's like, this is what it's going to take. If you're saying no, and I know this is going to be my field for the rest of my life, my career, why am I going to go work at a retail store or flipping burgers, whatever the case is, when I know this is what I want? And I had that resiliency to keep pushing. So you're going to have that. So long story short, they actually said, yes, you can do that. And I remember busting out my Palm Pilot, remember those little things? And just start standing there, just chatting with people, literally chatting with people and saying, hey, I'm a new trainer in town, et cetera, et cetera. Let me show you what we can get done together. And here we are later, $1 million fitness facility, staff of over a dozen, and a fitness facility the size of 13,000 square feet. Resiliency is a key piece, but a vision that you're not going to let go of, ever. I remember when we were building this facility that I'm in now, and I'm just in a filming studio inside of our facility. And I remember one of our clients, big time lawyer in town, and he's, walking through our space, and he's like, you're going to open up in 2 weeks from now? Like, where is everything? Like, this is still a construction zone. And I remember saying to myself, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. There's no question that we'll be ready to go by opening day. And it's, again, it's that choice in your head that you are the only thing that's stopping yourself. The world is actually designed to give you the opportunities as long as you can put yourself in front of them. And sure enough, 2 weeks later, we opened, and he came up to me and says, I can't believe you did it. I can't believe it. Now, what I had to do to make those things is stay up very late and work into, well, pretty much not sleep one of the nights, but it was about the vision that I wasn't going to stop. I wasn't going to let a late provided permit from the city stop me from what I was going to do. And there's a whole other video I can go on just on understanding permits if you're going to open up your own business. But I'll let that be. Throw some comments down if you want to know more about that. All right, the second thing you're going to have to know and have to have before you start your fitness business is you're going to have to build your skill set in business while you're still building your skill set as a practitioner of movement, as a trainer. You're going to have to blend those two. We have an amazing industry right now. We have an amazing list of passionate trainers that don't know a lick about business. And it takes them a few months, it takes them a few years into their career of going into this, but then they realize how much time it takes to understand the fact that business work is not training and conditioning work. In fact, a mentor of mine said, Michael, all businesses are 80% the same. Every business shares 80% of the uniqueness of just simply running a business. It's only 20% of that business that actually uniquely does something different for its industry or skill set or outcome. Meaning that you're only probably spending 20% on this craft and the skill of what you're providing, the product, when in reality you're still missing 80% of what actually sustains the skill set to be prolonged for the overall goal of your career and the longevity of that. So I'm going to talk to you about some responsibilities of being an entrepreneur, which if you're a trainer, you are automatically an entrepreneur, even if you work inside of a big box gym, because you still have to push yourself. They may pay you. They may pay your payroll tax. They may turn the lights on and off. They may have the cleaners come in, but you still have to manage your own schedule. And that's something that is a great thing to start with. But as you start to open up your own business, you're going to have to understand that there's so many hidden factors that are insignificant to just a layperson, but they're game stoppers in terms of getting your foot through the door. And that's from policies and regulations to legal and finance, all the way from the accounting aspects into the softwares and the back-end operational systems that if you don't have, you're going to be struggling with. And we have a future video coming out talking about those systems, those understandings, that what makes the 80% of that business work fluently and efficiently, that you can actually not burn out as a long-term trainer who wants to make a career, yes, a career in this industry, helping people live their best movement lives. So a few things I want to give you is how can you build that business skill set and still build your practitioner skill set? Hire coaches, right? Seems so like, oh yeah, I'm a coach. People hire me to help them. Yeah, how about you go hire business consultants, business coaches? It's exactly what I did. It's exactly what I did. I give so much credit for that business consulting firm that, honestly, they didn't do a whole lot of work for me. I couldn't afford high-end consulting, but I could afford education. I remember going to their offices once per week and coming out of those things like I just unwrapped information that I didn't even know existed about how to run a business. And yes, it was a lot to take on, but it was that resiliency that I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to work only half of my day training clients because the other half has to be towards working on the business. And that's those tough decisions you have to make, saying I'm actually going to decrease my revenue for the next several months so I can increase my business acumen, so I can eventually jump to the next tier of business. And that's a huge piece that a lot of trainers are missing. So there's a lot of great books out there. The E-Myth Revised is a great one. How to Win Friends and Influence People is another one. Tipping Points is another one. There's countless books about going out there that honestly, I've probably read dozens and dozens of them that you can just glean pieces of information from to be like, oh, that's an amazing process for me to go after. But remember, 80% of all businesses are roughly the same. It's how you operate your skill set that will truly make you successful or not in the long term. Now, if you have any certain business books or resources that you want to share, or even courses, I'd love for you to drop them in the comments below so you can help other people out in the resources that you've collected. This channel is all about being a community of people who are itching to learn and share. So I'd love your comments to be in there. I'll definitely post some after this video gets out on the favorite books that I've been using as well. All right, here's the third and the final part of this video, but not the final part of learning about business. You have to hire great people, not necessarily smart people. Now, what do I mean by that? We are in the business of serving people. It's a service business, right? We're like a restaurant. We're like a Ritz-Carlton, right? We're here to serve people in their journey, in their path, in their experience. So the most important thing is not how smart someone is. In fact, that's something that you really have to watch out for, because intelligence can be trained. But more often than not, a good personality is either comes with the person or it doesn't. So if you're going to make that first hire, if you're going to hire someone for the front desk, if you're going to hire that administrative person, if you're going to hire that next trainer to help you with your client load, make sure that you're going to hang out with them and you can have a beer with them, several beers with them. Make sure that you can be around them enough and their little bit of kind of subtleties don't annoy you, because you're basically trying to replicate yourself. When yourself is not truly replicatable, but your passion and your thought process and your mission statement and your values are. So you need to have that person who is genuinely a great person, who loves people, loves being around people, gets filled by people's energy. Because if not, then if you just focus on how intelligent that person is or how good they are at their craft, and they're not good at people, your brand is going to suffer. Again, we're in the people business. We want to take care of people. And the biggest thing that I could ever share with you about hiring the right person, the right personality first, and the brain second, is that we're in the business of retention. We're going to get people walking through our doors regardless. But it's not the most important things that people walk through our doors, is that people stay in our doors. It's the retention of your clientele. Because what's going to give you the next 5 clients? It's your first 5 clients. What's going to give you your second 100 clients? It's your first 100 clients. It's the fact that this business mostly grows, this industry mostly grows because word of mouth is so powerful in this industry. Yes, there's marketing dollars, yes, there's Facebook ads, yes, there's Instagram ads. Those are only just touch points and reminders that people need to take care of themselves. It's really the feedback from their friends, from their loved ones, from their family that it really, my experience, really sets people in like, you got to go see somebody that I know, because look what it's done for me. It may not be physically look what it's done, but look what it's done to my mentality. Look what it's done to my soulfulness. Look what it's done to my movement potential. That's the biggest seal of the deal. And if you don't have great people that are smiling as people walk through your doors, meeting and greeting them by name, allowing them to come alongside them, and they can feel the energy and the help that trainer that you hire is giving that person. If you can't feel that, then it's going to rob away at your brand. It's just going to happen that way. It may not be in the beginning, but it's going to be a slow kind of drip that will eventually chew up your business and make you work too hard to try to cover up the mistakes that these people are making just simply around good old-fashioned human resourcefulness. So you can train intelligence, you can train your process, but you can't train someone to be a good person. So that's the third and the final thing it's huge on. But I do have a bonus for you. Call it a fourth. It's your network. How many people do you already know in your town? How many people are you in your family that are in your town? How many people maybe you know from a different job? Don't be afraid to tap into that network and ask for help. One of the biggest things that I've ever learned as we were growing the 3 different facilities that we've had in this town is that people want to help people that help people, in a sense. we had all these clientele as I was saying, hey guys, we're going to move into a new facility. And you could just tell they're like, what can we do? You know, like, I love coming here. That's what they said to me. I love coming here. I want your next facility to be successful. When you launch on your own, when you leave this big box gym and go your own brand, I want it to work, because people have, when they go to your fitness facility, they're going to build a connection that is going to be crazy strong. And it's your job to leverage that in a good way, right? Let the people that you've helped help you. I remember one of our things is like, we didn't hire a moving company to move all of our stuff. We literally had our clients parade it and literally walk it 0.9 miles along the street. We made it a moving parade of people literally wheeling tires, holding onto Vipers, carrying kettlebells. And we had a great marketing approach. Just said we're just moving to one facility to another facility. It was pretty challenging actually moving all the facility by hand, but we did it all because our community rallied around us. We had about 60 different clients just grabbing equipment and walking it over. It was awesome. They also had a lot of people that are helped build our facility out. A lot of the contractors, a lot of the people who ran the wood shops at our local high schools, they wanted to help. This rack right here that holds the Vipers is custom. You can't buy that. It's not on Amazon. In fact, the inventors of Viper came here and they saw that rack. They took pictures of it. Like, this is amazing. This is awesome. All because of one of my clients says, gosh, you're going to want to get those Vipers off the floor. You want to keep your facility clean and organized. I'm like, yes, I totally do. But I don't know what to do. They said, let me go make this for you. All those things start to play into your community and your network. So I want you to really focus on that one, because your network, your community is, again, what's going to gain you the next 5 to 10 to 20 to 30 to 60 clients. It's those clients you're already serving is your marketing and sales force. Don't forget that. It's huge. In 10 years, again, building Gymnazo at a physical location, I've learned so many good and hard lessons. So if you're trying to build your own facility and have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can find me on Instagram at 3D_athlete, or drop your questions in the comments below so everyone can benefit from your questions. I truly have a lot of knowledge in this and a lot of experience that I would love to share and would love to help you out. So that's all I got for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, where I've been openly and candidly sharing my experiences, my knowledge, in the hopes that we can raise the standards within the fitness industry to make long-lasting impacts for our clients and the healthcare system. Until the next time, cheers.